Some mornings, not every morning, but most mornings when it's not super cold outside, if it's not raining, I like to come outside early, take in a deep breath, get this good oxygen in me, this fresh air. Before I get my day started, you should try it. It feels good, clears your thoughts, clears your mind. It's just like hitting that reset button. It's a little nippy outside. Clear skies with a few clouds. All right. All right. I finally got my other bags of barricade. I needed three, but I ended up getting four. I picked up one more yard to treat. So that's what my day is going to be like. I'm just going to be going around and treating yards, putting out barricade and spraying.
All right. I know you guys are wondering, why does Anthony have this picture of an old movie back in 2004 called Envy with Ben Stiller and Jack Black? And what does this have to do with running a business? What does it have to do with lawn care or mobile car washing? Well, it has nothing to do with lawn care. It has nothing to do with mobile car washing. But it may have something to do with a business. Ben Stiller is one of my favorite actors. He does a lot of comedy movies. And sometimes we like to laugh at people. We just look at people as being funny, and that's all we want to see is them being funny. But if you think about it, the man is very, very intelligent, because all of his movies, if you go back and if you think about any of his movies, they all have a meaning to them. And I don't think a lot of people realize that. They can't get past all the laughing and being goofy and stuff like that. But this movie does have a meaning to it. And Jack Black's character, he was very optimistic. Even though he was at a boring job, he still had an upbeat personality. He didn't sweat the small stuff. He was it's like he was at the job just buying time until he figured something out. Well, on the other hand, Ben Stiller's character was more content. He didn't like his job. He was miserable, but he was safe and he had a paycheck. But nothing about his life was fun. I mean, he had a boring car. I mean, if you can see there, he has a boring breakfast. His house was boring. Everything, it was just, everything just sucked. But he was content with that because he was safe and he can pay the bills. Well, one day, Jack Black and Ben Stiller were together, and they witnessed a dog, pooping by a fire hydrant. And Jack Black was immediately inspired, and he came up with an idea of a spray that you could spray dog poop, and the dog poop would just disappear. And his product was called Vaporize, as you see him holding there in his hand. And he shared this idea with Ben Stiller, and of course, just like in the real world, people are gonna tell you it's not gonna work. And Ben Stiller wasn't with it. He didn't support it. He didn't invest in it. And but that didn't stop Jack Black. So he went on and ahead with his idea, and it became a hit. It became a success, and everybody was buying dog poop vaporizer, or Vaporize is what it was called. Everybody was buying it, and he became rich. He became successful. He had a big house. He had a private jet, and he was sharing all his I don't know if, I can't remember if he gave him money, but he had Ben Stiller along with him. He had Ben Stiller on his private jet, invite him over to his house. He wanted to share his life with Ben Stiller, and Ben Stiller started to resent him, and he started to become upset. And yeah, I think he was upset because of all the nice things that Jack Black had, and the big house and the nice stuff, and he was jealous of that. But I think he was even more, he was mad at himself because he didn't support Jack Black, and he wasn't able to reap the benefits. And also, he saw what an idea, what inspiration can do for you, but he chose not to do that for himself. And so now he has to sit there and watch someone else be successful and live out their dreams when he can't live out his. And I think that's what he was really upset at. And so, the movie goes on, and it's you have to watch. I'm not going to give the whole movie if you haven't seen it, but it goes on, and just like any good movie at all, it has a happy ending, and everybody turned around. But this movie just reminded me to tell you guys, follow your dreams, be passionate. If you inspired, follow through on it. Do something about it. Don't just sit on your butt and be miserable. Go out there and chase your dreams. I think you guys should check this movie out. You can learn a lot from it. It's called Envy. It was put out in 2004. It stars Jack Black and Ben Stiller.